was born to Italian-American parents in New Jersey, and I grew up in a very ethnic household. So I came to dancing very, very late. I was not one of those kids who did ballet 20 hours a week. It never occurred to me I needed a lesson to dance. Dancing is innate. It wasn't until much later when I went to college that I started my first ballet class at 18 years old at the Central Pennsylvania Youth Ballet. Learning ballet as an adult, in retrospect, it was wonderful because I could really appreciate the art form, and I could really learn ballet from a very detailed adult mind. When I went to graduate school at Ohio State University, I started realizing there was no documentation for Italian ethnic dance forms in the Laban Notation Center. So that's when I started traveling back and forth to Italy and dancing with 90-year-olds under olive trees. You know, I would find people who would know some woman who might know this form here or that form there. And, you know, you'd call them up and they'd say, oh, she might dance, she might not dance today, I don't know, but make a left at the donkey, come down this road, make a right at the old church, make a left, you know, when you see, you know, the big olive tree in the park, and she might dance today, or he might dance today. And that's what I did. Got started in 1998. I was out of graduate school and I was in Columbus, Ohio at the time. So I started the company with the intention, the cure being in part the tarantellas that I was studying are all healing dances. But it was also in part this sort of, you know, cure to create a space, a healing space where people could dance together and people could, you know, choreograph together, and people could rehearse like professionals, feel like professionals. That was important to me, to pay them to create a space where their talent wasn't just going to fly. The other thing that was important to me was honoring what's called the tarantate and the streghe, right? The women were always the healers. It was the women who kept the community together. We came here in 2008, and I wanted to come to North Carolina because I knew that it had a strong arts council, and I just got the feeling like it was going to be a good place for us. Within a year, I applied to be on the North Carolina Dance Festival. I reassembled the group quickly, and back then, the festival would allow you to apply to be on tour without having your work completed. You could just have an idea and submit previous works so that they could kind of judge from there. And that in of itself was a huge gift because it allowed me time and space and a reason to collect dancers around a common goal, which was that we had gotten on this tour. It allows me as an artist to create something that is small, and then it allows me to create something new that's also small. And then I can start to assemble those things into bigger pieces of work that might then become an evening length work. Created a skeleton or a place, right? It was like the bony landmarks upon which we could kind of hang on as a company in the early restart of the company. To get a statewide audience just because we got on tour, that was a huge gift. And that's actually very unique in this state.